Who do you find? Where do you find you're getting your inspiration from? Is there anyone that particularly inspires you?
I obviously worked for a long time with sort of my old boss man, Jamie Oliver, and you know, he's kind of so good at everything. You want him to be, you know, rubbish at something, but he's not. And every time, like, you cooked a dish and you take it to him and you'd be like, hey, here's this dish, I'm really proud of it. And then he'd just be like, I think it could do with like a little bit of tamarind or something. And then you'd go away thinking, that sounds mental. And then you'd add it and you'd be like, oh, that's amazing, brilliant, but also annoying. So, I mean, he's been a major part of how I've kind of learnt to cook and how I've been inspired. You know, other people, there's an American cook called Heidi Swanson. Mm-hmm. She's a friend, but she is the most brilliant cook. I love Sarah Britton, who has an amazing blog called My New Roots. Yeah. Her and Heidi were actually kind of pioneering the whole kind of like vegetable-centered cooking thing, and, you know, and sort of, you know, healthful eating, but in a really generous, delicious way a long time before, you know, it was a real craze and it was a real thing, and I just think they write with such personality and integrity, and Sarah's recipes are off the charts. My brother and sister are vegan, and, you know, I'm constantly...
Is all her food vegan?
It's mainly vegan, but she does have a little bit of dairy and cheese, and you can mix it up as well, but she has some incredible cakes, which, you know, are made with brilliant whole foods, and, you know, I quite often make them for my sister and brother for their birthdays and stuff. And she is also a nutritionist, so she really, really knows her stuff. They're kind of, I guess, my three main sort of sources of inspiration.
I love how instant and rich the flow of inspiration is through Instagram. Being, you know, seeing what people are cooking for themselves at home, rather than just what finally becomes on the end, you know, the end result in cookbooks or whatever, but literally like things that are going wrong, you know, little trial things, and having that window into how people are developing ideas, I think is brilliant. And we're so lucky to be cooking at a time when we're able to all share like that. It's lovely. I know I was really conscious when I was writing my book that the way that I can shop and cook and shop for food, I'm only able really to do that because of where I live in Bristol. Do you find that when you were writing, you're having to kind of appreciate that fact that where you live in Hackney, you're able to shop the way that you want to shop?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's actually a really big thing for me, because where I live, you know, I'm really lucky in that I can dart off to like a Vietnamese shop, or you know, a Turkish grocer's, or a really nice bakery, you know, or a really lovely greengrocers, you know,
all on foot,
all on foot within 15 minutes. But that's not the reality for a lot of people. So, you know, whilst I'm really into like supporting all of those businesses and supporting small businesses, I know the reality is that a lot of people do shop in supermarkets. So I think when I write, you know, I'm conscious of that, and I try and make sure that, you know, if it's not available in the supermarket, then, you know, it's something that's available online, or I give an alternative. And, you know, for some things we know as cooks there aren't alternatives. Like you can't replace a curry leaf with anything else. You know, you can't replace a kaffir lime leaf with anything else. But I think it's a mixture of trying to kind of, you know, keep people in their comfort zone and allow them to shop, you know, the way they normally shop, because we're all so busy. You know, it's really easy for some people just to press loads of buttons and get the same shop delivered every week. But if every week people take one step out of their comfort zone, then, you know, through, you know, one of my recipes, then that's kind of what, you know, I hope people are doing. And I think, you know, it's really amazing for me to live where I live, because I'm then inspired by all of those flavours.
It's one of my my biggest sources of inspiration, actually, is going into a shop, not being able to read the label, kind of chatting to the shopkeeper about, what is this, what do you use that for, going home, playing around with stuff. The worst that can happen is that you end up with something that you discover you don't particularly like and is wasted. But I absolutely love going into the Korean shop, the Polish shop, whatever, and playing around with what I discover there. So lucky to be able to go and do that. But I think you're right that it's not that way for everybody, and I'm mega lucky to live where I am and be able to shop the way that I do.
What are the shops that have kind of really inspired, where,
what I'm really pleased is that when you look through the book, it's like a love letter to Bristol, and Miles, the photographer, has done such a wicked job to reflect my neighbourhood, because I live and work in the same area. So, you know, it's hilarious. I've got the world's best corner shop next to me. Make, you know, 3 different kinds of risotto rice in my corner shop. It's like, I realise how lucky that makes me. But on my street, I've got a farm shop. I've got an Italian, like, mini mark. I've got bakery around the corner. I've got health food shops. I've got so much stuff around me. And then Gloucester Road, which is just very nearby. I think it's like Europe's longest like independent high street sort of thing, and it's fiercely independent and loads of amazing shops there. And I've got a fishmonger, which, you know, we are so lacking in fishmongers in this country now. It's really sad how like few and far between they are, but we have a fishmonger. We've got lots of butchers, bakers, wine shops, all sorts of things, and I love being able to walk up and down. You know, when you've got kids and you've got buggy and you need to be able to park somewhere, I know that way of shopping is not you know, an option for everyone, but while I can do that, I'm going to do it as much as I can.